That's all right. I think I can do this by myself.
10 seconds later.
What's that? I should continue to fill every single wall of my entire home in whimsical murals? As a direct rebellion from my childhood when my mother wouldn't let me paint my walls fun things? That's exactly what I was thinking. Yep, another mural, y'all. But this time, we're doing something a little different. Behold, the wall in question. You know me. It ain't whimsical enough. My plan is to cover this wall with a forest landscape mural. I've done this before in my bedroom, as you may have seen. Ooh-wee. Yep. You good? The difference being this time, as much as I love spraining my already limp noodle wrist, I found a website online, of which I'm sure there are several, much like staircases at Rosings. Take a picture or scan in what you want, and then it blows it up to a mural size. So my plan to paint a landscape that is maybe like yay big, send it off, and then large. I feel like in this way of doing it, I am gonna have a lot more control over the final image. When I do large murals, so big that you can really only see what the final image is gonna look like if you, oh, God, I really thought I had more room than I did. If you scoot and do a little moonwalk back and oversee the entire work area. If the painting is yay big, then it's easier. Am I over-explaining this? We are going to paint a landscape, whimsical as hell, send it out, receive the wallpaper, put the wallpaper up. Deal? First thing I need to do is measure this wall and get the correct ratio for my landscape painting. All right, I need to actually put together this easel. No feet, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Woo! All right. Oh, these are nice screwdrivers. Wow. Hell yeah, brother. Purchase is worth it right there. Wish me luck.
Wow.
Right then, we're about ready to start. But if you think I'm painting in this, let me slip into something a little more comfortable. That's better. Okay, I've got a canvas. I kind of wanted this to be big. I feel like the bigger it is, the more information it's gonna have and the less, hopefully, pixely it'll be, as opposed to it being this big and then trying to blow that up onto a wall. You get it. You got big brains. This is not exactly the measurements that I need or the dimensions that I need. I don't know. Oh, cool. Like a real artist. Am I giving Norman Rockwell? Paints, some water and brushes, and some reservations. I'm nervous. I guess there's just something about it being a soon-to-be, probably permanent fixture in my home that I'm like, I am taking heavy, heavy inspiration from the house from Ghosts. Horsley Place. Maybe this one too. Don't trust people whose palettes don't look like throw up. I mean, first things first, I gotta mark off the dimensions that I need. If I was measuring tape, I wouldst be where? We're off to a strong start. So 16-ish, 20-ish. So 85.5 divided by, oh, I don't know. I had to figure out what this ratio was, which unfortunately means it's time for girl math, and I hate it so much. Horizon line is gonna be, yeah, let's freaking do it. I'm afraid of failure. Go, oh, Trixie, not today, Satan. pretty much just exactly copying that mural that's on the ghost's house. I started mixing together the browns of the sky, and forgive me if my tone is a little quiet. There are contractors working in the other room, and I am bashful. Oh, anyways, you're done. I needed to wait a little bit to draw on the trees, so instead of literally watching paint dry, I decided to have a little snack break. Followed by a nature break. Okay, I think that's probably enough time. It's not completely dry, but I'm only just gonna be sketching some trees on, so I think it'll be Gucci. I've saved a few illustrations of trees and paintings of trees, so I'm kind of just gonna copy those. They're very like 100-acre wood, which I love. Feel very Bob Ross. I'm gonna draw some happy little trees. And then the bigger ones can go in the foreground. Sure. All right. Now is about the part of a painting where I start to sort of panic, but I think we just gotta add more. More. I find the more details you put into it, it distracts the viewer so much that they can't tell what parts are mediocre. It's kind of my fashion sense too, honestly. By the way, if you're wondering how my side quest is going with befriending the crows, not great. Ever since that day I saw them in my backyard, I have not seen them since. My theory is I think they sensed my desperate energy, and that was an immediate turnoff for them. Which, like, I get it, but also, what the hell? I'm just gonna keep trucking. I'm gonna keep throwing peanuts out and see what happens. I then added a little fence because what's more whimsical than that? Don't talk to me about the perspective on this. I'm not listening. La 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 la. Okay, I think it's done. I should probably stop before my my more monging begins. Would you like to see it? Okay. Twist my arm. Ta-da! Here it is. Whimsical. It's also like kind of reflective, so a little hard to see all the details, but yeah, I think I'm gonna call it quits. I think I'm really happy with that. The two sides are kind of what matter the most because there's gonna be a doorway in the middle, which unfortunately I do have to, cut that out, but maybe I can use that somewhere else somehow. I'm quite excited. I really do like it. It reminds me of ghosts. Man, there is just something about having a giant mural or painting on your wall. The joy that it brings me, palpable. I'm gonna wait for it to dry off a little bit. I do not have a scanner this big. Turn up the picture quality on this camera as high as it can go. Just take like a very clear photo of it, and maybe in Photoshop if I need to twerk, oh my God, if I need to tweak some things. Let's send this baby off, shall we? All right, brought it into Photoshop, resized it just the tiniest bit, added a little bit more contrast. There is a lot of canvas detail here. I'm hoping that when they blow it up, it's not gonna look like that. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't know. We shall see, I guess. Going to Rebel Walls, go to custom wallpaper. It says they always review it and send you like a mock-up before going ahead with it. So, okay, wall dimensions. I know that. Uh-oh, math. Time for girl math. Okay, hold please.
A lot of boring math later.
All right, I did some calculating and we're good now. I'm filling out my information and then it's off. I'll update you later. It is here. It's been here for a couple weeks and I have yet to open it. So if thou wouldst like to roll thy drums, now is your chance. Forgive it being a little dark. You probably can't tell because I pumped up that ISO. It is much later than I usually film. People were working on the house today. So Frodo and I were cooped up all day. Now I'm free and I'm gonna go at this project like a tourist in a croissant shop. Yeah. Pretty cool. It's all one big roll. I have to cut as I somewhat expected. There is a lot of canvas texture. No, come back. Get in there. There it is. It's pretty cool, actually. Oh, I'm just gonna have to learn to live with the canvas texture. It's kind of cool, but also kind of not cool. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit. Instructions say you're supposed to let it sit for 24 hours. I did not know that. I do not have 24 hours. I have just about until I'm done finished with my dinner. And then I just gotta start piecing this together. I foresee this being a bit more of a feat than I'm allowing myself. Also, Nick is on a business trip, so we're going solo. That's all right. I think I can do this by myself. I'll see you after I finish my burrito. All right, let's do it. I think this might be the most scared I've ever been in my entire life. Also, pay no never mind to any stains you might see on this. I got some cotija cheese on my secret pants. You ever say a sentence that you highly doubt anyone else has ever said? Put this up against the wall, mark off where it ends so that way you can make a straight line. The first one is the most important to get straight. These walls are crooked AF. I think this wall is pretty straight though. I'm pretty sure it's just the ceiling that does not identify as straight. According to the instructions, peel off the backing. It recommends 1/3 at a time. If I mess up, it says that I can peel it off gently and try it again, which is why I got the peel and stick. I used the squeegee, get all of the air bubbles out and make sure that it adheres to the wall. Deep breaths. This is terrifying. Here. This is the one. I think because deeply in my core, I am a pure being of chaos, and this is much more care than I usually put into projects. I even wiped down and cleaned this whole wall. Are you proud of me? It said using something like a plumbus or something. Plumb line? I don't know what that is, so help. It is. I don't have one of those. I'm just gonna make my own plumb line. Ah! Uh-oh, this is very wonky. Oh no. Ah! Wish me luck. Here we go. The first panel went relatively smoothly. The idea is easy. Peel it off, stick it on, smooth it out with your hands. The squeege, which was really satisfying and made a fun noise. Now the second. I think I can get away with no cutting. Cut around the outlet. I can do this. I got this. Second panel was also kind of smooth, although it was ridiculously annoying to line up the little bits. To cut out the outlet, I just used an X-Acto knife. Don't try at home. I don't want anyone to get electrocuted. Whoops! Then came the very annoying parts that go along with having an old house. Measuring out all of the crookedness and trying to replicate it. Including the tiniest sliver known to man. Continued marking off the outline of the doorway, and for this one I just decided to leave the excess so that I could just push it right against that crack, which worked swimmingly and quite satisfying to peel it off afterwards, like a glove. Now this panel was the panel from hell. I think I may have peeled it on and off about 7 times. Eventually, I got it to work and kept going. Until finally I got to the very tiny little sliver at the end, which I'm not psyched about how much extra room there is, but I am going to chalk that up to my own human error. Then it was time to clean up all the edges. And a quick dance break. since there was a lot of extra space because of the wonk, did end up going over some areas with paint, and I think it really helped. I'm very tired. You know, I was gonna get a head start on editing this tonight, but you know what? I am gonna get in my blankies and I'm gonna make myself a smoothie and I'm gonna watch some Markiplier and I'm gonna snuggle my Frodo because I deserve it. I worked hard. And so, dear viewer, she did just that and it was a lovely night. And now we are ready for the reveal. Hello. I know you're probably so sick of me saying, we have contractors working on the house. So I'm definitely not going to mention that I literally scurried downstairs and am filming this on their lunch break. Definitely not. There she is. Let's do a wrap up. Is that centered? Oh, that's gonna bug me. I will also talk about kind of my experience with the website. As you can see from far away, I think it looks very lovely. I don't mind the canvas texture as much as I thought I would. Do not get me wrong, I should have not used a canvas for this. To have some texture, but not like this weird canvas grid. Well, as you can see, it's quite dark in this room. So I think something that I need to do, number one, I need to add framing up top, some trim to hide the very top bits of the sticker. Secondly, I would love to add, listen, I'm telling you. I would love to add sconces, maybe here, perhaps over here, because I think it needs a little bit of extra warmth and extra light. Leading me to my first teensy wincy itty bitty little gripe. If I grab the painting, this is definitely warmer. I don't know if that's because the picture that I took, I didn't feel like it was this cool and purpley in Photoshop, and when I saved the file, I would have preferred to have these colors. This is definitely a warm brown kind of sunset golden hour vibe. It's just a lot cooler and purplier. And then my only other gripe, you can kind of see where each panel ends. Teensy microscopic white little line. And I swear, especially for the first one, I put those edges right up close to each other, and it still has that teeny little white sliver. I don't know why I said it like that. Sliver. I am willing to take the blame for that, but it's annoying nonetheless. If you step back and look at it, it's not bad. It's just when it catches the light. Overall, a really, really fun experience, and I don't think I would have been able to get this level of detail if I was just painting onto the wall. And it saved my wrist from struggle. My patience, not so much. But, I mean, I saved probably at least a couple days of painting. In terms of money, this, I believe, was around $450 to do. Not cheap by any means. Wallpaper, unfortunately, never is, and that's why I end up doing murals a lot of the time. But I really, really wanted to try this. Originally, I was looking for actual existing artwork to go on the wall, something from like Fine and Dandy. To get this size was over $1,000, so I just kept putting it off. And I'm not sure if that's because of maybe like licensing. I don't know. Maybe if I compare this actual website to their actual artwork pieces. So unfortunately, not a super cheap project. This is also huge. I think if you were to do just one wall, then it would probably be $100 to $200 or something. Great experience. I thought the website was great. But yeah, that is it. I am amazed how just a mural can transform something into just a whimsical, fantastical fairy tale space. And the rest of this room, I'll get to it within the next 20 years. Definitely more home renovation stuff coming soon, including the reason that the contractors are here. If you are part of the Patreon,
Sparkle, sparkle.
you will get some insider information. I love you whether you're new or old to this channel. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, feel free to subscribe. I upload every other Friday and we have fun here. And I will see you in my next video. Bye! Something to water these plants would be good. Wow, my home is crooked. Oh my God. I am going to, yeah, okay, well. I really gotta put handles on these bad boys. What am I doing? I don't think this is gonna be right, but hopefully it's just close enough.
Hurry back upstairs and pretend I don't exist.